Absolutely. Thank you.
All yours.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Pla here at DecoArt. Thank you for being here. I know the holidays are, right around the corner, and it's not too soon to start making some really fun ornaments. And today we're going to be working with one of my favorite products. It is Americana Décor Matte Metallics. If you're familiar with our metallics, somewhere out here. So the metallics have a very high reflective sheen, and the matte metallics is a mattified version. So depending on your project, sometimes you want a really high sheen project, and sometimes you want something a little bit more subtle and mattified. So this is the one that we're going to be working with today. Okay, we're going to move on over to this camera here, and we're going to get started. Oh, it already is. Okay, good. Yep. And we're doing quite a bit today, guys. So if I'm talking too fast, let me know because I'm trying to cover a lot here. Okay, so this is a fun little collection, and I feel like they all go together. These are plaster. I know Michael's has, a variety of wood ornaments, plaster, all different kinds. These happen to be the plaster, and I'm going to show you how to make a really clean line like this. I know this might be one of those things that you're thinking, oh, why is she showing us that? We all know how to mask something off. But I think that there's a way to make it a little bit more foolproof. So I have my masking tape down and I'm pressing it down. And this is what I think is the trick. Of course, there's a lot of different ways to do this. And I wanted to mention pretty much all of DecoArt's products, except for our Americana Sealer varnish spray. It comes in gloss and matte. Pretty much all of our products are water-based. So I also like to show that you can use our products in conjunction. So I'm going to be painting this area with DecoArt Americana in Bahama Blue, which is one of my favorite colors. I don't know what it is. Will you write like what it is and how many? Okay, so here's the trick. I press down that painter's tape and I'm not going to brush in the direction of the tape. I'm going to brush across, or you can brush away. You don't want to brush this way. Okay, I have just been notified, and this is super cool, you guys. Just by leaving a comment, you will automatically be entered to win 5 matte metallics. Hot off the press, yeah. Oh, and guess what? They are not this size. They are this nice big 8-ounce size. And I really like this because you could use it for, crafts, but you could also use it to DIY. Okay, so as you can see, I only brushed along the tape, and you could also brush this way. And now I'm going to peel it off, and then I'll tell you my next tip. And look at how perfect. What a nice clean line you get there. Okay, this is my next tip. I would do a second coat here. As you can see, that coverage is really great, but I would do a second coat. I would still have removed the painter's tape. Once this dries, I would put the painter's tape back down, paint it with the second coat, and then remove it. The reason is, if you do 2 coats, you can possibly form a bridge between the paint here and the tape. And when you go to pull it off, it might pull off some of the tape and not give you a super clean line. So you can leave this just as is and have a nice modern design, or you could add a little bit of galaxy glitter. And I'll show you how to do that. I hope you guys are still here. Sorry I had to walk away. I just wanted to get the right kind of brush because I wanted to show you. So this rake brush or fan brush works really well for glitter for two reasons. Number one, it just spreads the glitter on, really nicely and evenly. And number two, when you go to wash the glitter out, it's a lot easier to rinse the glitter out of a fan brush than, a thicker brush where the glitter can get caught in the middle of the bristles. So that's it on this one. Of course, I would do a second coat. Once it dries, you can put a pretty ribbon through it. Oh, sorry. And I also wanted to mention, see this effect here? The matte metallics was painted on underneath, and then I did a water splash effect. I'm going to be showing you that coming up. Okay, guys, that's set number one. We have 6, so I'm trying to cover a lot here. Those can stay right there. Okay, this next one, guys, I'm going to pull in my whole tray here. And this is the reason. I think it would be super fun if on Christmas Eve or, anytime really, you get a little tray and you fill it up with all kinds of different things, and you can get the whole family and the kids crafting. So last time I was at Michael's, I saw these and I could not believe that there's 5 of these for 99 cents. So these are so great for kids because who cares if they, make a mistake or if they don't come out beautiful. It's all about having fun. So in your tray, you put a variety of these wooden ornaments, a pair of scissors, some baker's twine, some ribbon, and of course, paint. So I have, just a few pretty colors. You can pick out your favorites. And Americana is the way to go on this one, of course, aside from the matte metallics, because it dries fast. What else do we have here? We have some glue, some tacky glue, and then, of course, just some little embellishments. So on this one, kids don't have a tremendous amount of patience. This is what I would suggest. I would paint a few of these wooden ornaments with the matte metallics and let it dry. So they're already, ready to be decorated. This one I haven't painted the back, but I would definitely paint the backs of them because, when they're hanging on the tree, sometimes they sort of move around a little bit and you want it to look pretty on both sides. So this is the one we're going to be working on right now. It's kind of like a vintage looking ornament. I think it's really cute and it's really easy to do. So I'm going to move this up a little bit and we're going to get started. I already started on this one with the primary red here, and I'm going to go in and just add some details. And I think that this is the type of ornament where you really don't need a pattern, although I will be uploading patterns for you to see and print and download. But I think it's just sort of fun to go with it, and you're sort of creating your design as you go. So this is one of my favorite colors. I love green. This one is called Pistachio Mint. And you see a lot of these types of colors in those super colorful vintage ornaments that I love. Okay, now we're moving on to Carousel Pink, which is a really bold, bright pink. And we're just going to add little scoops here. And this one's almost done. It just needs a little something right down here. Okay, that part is done. The next thing we're going to do is glue on some embellishments like this one here. And I do have a little tip for gluing, or this is the way I like to do it. If I take the glue, take the cap off, and put it on a plate. Then, using the tip of a smaller paintbrush, especially for little kids, I find that sometimes it's hard to squeeze the glue out. And you're just going to dab where you want your faux gems to go. And it's also a good idea to take your faux gems and sort of just scatter them on a plate or something so you can choose the colors that you want. So we're going to be picking out 4. Let's see. I think we'll go with these since it's on red. We'll have a nice contrast. Now, if I wasn't doing this live, after applying the dot of glue, I would wait about 2 minutes to let it get tacky. So that's what we have so far. And then there is a final step, is you want to add your ribbon.
Someone wanted to know where you got the foam trays. Was it from Michael's or just any grocery store?
I find them at just about any grocery store, yes. And they are a great value. I don't remember how many come in a pack, but I got them for $1. Okay, so you're just going to loop it. Now, I'm not going to physically glue this because these are not dry, but you would just turn it over and glue it on the back. Okay, another thing I would do, because these are keepsake ornaments, or, you know, it would be nice if they were keepsake ornaments, is on the back, whoever created the ornament can write their name and the year, or just a year, or something to, you know, add that extra touch and personalize it. Okay, we are moving on. Kelsey, can you put that in?
Yeah.
To this one here. Can you pass me that one there? Thank you. Okay, so this is called a water splatter effect. And I use the same exact technique on both of these. Of course, it's a different look. I feel like this one with the single color is a little bit more sophisticated. This is on the plaster. So I just wanted to show you that this technique works on plaster and wood. And this one's a little bit more playful. Okay. So here's this wood ornament, and I already applied 2 coats of the matte metallics in gold, and it's completely dry. So I'm just going to set it down. And for the sake of time, guys, I'm just going to do the single color one. That was paint coming out of the bottle, if you're wondering what the heck that noise was. Okay. Kelsey, is this part showing too?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a medium-sized paintbrush, and I'm going to apply what I would call a medium coat. So not too thin. Uh-oh, what just fell?
That's fine.
I would apply a medium coat, not too thick, not too thin. And I'm leaving that part unpainted. And you want to go, I'm not going to say super fast. You don't have to rush. but move swiftly for this technique. You don't want to take a real long time applying the paint. And another tip is if you love this technique and you want to do it on a surface that's larger, do it in sections. Don't try to do the entire surface all at once. You'll see what I'm talking about in a sec. And this is one that you'll be seeing the final outcome 7 minutes from now. Okay, so there you have a nice medium application of Americana. This one happens to be Bahama Blue. So I'm taking my fingers and dipping it into plain old regular water. And I'm going to splash. Now, the more water you splash on, the more the gold will show through. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Kelsey's setting a timer, and we're going to come back to this in 7 minutes. Can you set that over there, but try to not try to keep it level?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to move this and go on to the next project. So these are not in the ornament section at Michael's. It's in the letters section, you know, where they have a bunch of different sizes of letters and a bunch of different styles. I like the small size for this project. This one, I'll show you how I created it. Again, like I did with the other ornament, I masked off this side and painted this side with metallic gold and this side with carousel pink. And that's one coat. As you can see, that needs one more coat. So I'm going to be demoing this one here. So I'm placing the tape over the matte metallic. And since I have Bahama Blue out, we're going to use that color. And remember, I'm not brushing into the tape, but alongside the tape. And you want to paint the sides as well and the back, because remember, ornaments sort of move around the tree a little bit, and you want them to look pretty from all sides. Okay, and then you'll just carefully remove the tape, and you have a really nice line there. Okay, so even though this one needs another coat, I'm going to go ahead and demo how to make an ornament with this. You're going to get a few beads and these little adorable tiny spools. And there's a lot of different ways to paint beads. I know it could be challenging. So I'm going to tell you what I did. And the only reason I came up with this is because I had wire on hand and I was working on a project and I didn't really have a way to paint the beads effectively and quickly without holding them and getting paint all over my hand. So this is what I had on hand, and you can see that there's paint on it. So I've been using it. Just uncoil a little bit. Add your beads. And I'm just going to do a couple. And then you're going to bend it sort of like a roller coaster. And then you can just take your brush and paint it. And they will turn on you, you know, spin. And that's okay. And then once they're dry, you just sort of straighten out the wire, take them off, and voila. I love that tip. It's really easy, and I've been using this method ever since. Okay, so you're going to take some baker's twine. And I'm not going to do this because I don't have a lot of time, but I am going to give you a little tip. Kelsey, where's my scissors?
Okay. Right here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The tip is, after I cut the baker's twine, I would take a tiny bit of glue and just sort of put it on the tip and let it dry. And that makes it way easier to thread all of your beads, especially the smaller ones that are sometimes difficult. Okay, so to make this colorful and pretty, I'm going to start to string some of these. Some of them are a little more stubborn than others. And you could add as many or as few as you like. I'll just add one more. Okay. Then what I would do is come down and tie a little knot. So you have your little loop there. And lastly, just take some glue. Put it on the back of the letter. And that's that. Another thing that I think this would be super cute on, of course it would be cute on the Christmas tree, but it would be adorable hanging from a stocking. Okay, moving on.
I'll let 10 seconds left on the timer.
10 seconds? Oh, that's perfect timing. Okay, will you pass me that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, so I was told we have 10 seconds left, so perfect timing on this one. Remember, this is the one for those of you just joining us. All I've done is first I applied a coat of matte metallic, which is that matte metallic gold, to the entire ornament, let it dry, then added a coat of Americana acrylics in Bahama blue, did not let it dry. I immediately splashed it with water. So now I'm going to come in with a paper towel, fold it in half, go straight down. You don't want to rub it. You just want to go straight down. Now you could see it's picking up the paint only where I had splashed water. And sometimes you need to do it a couple of times. So. You want to make sure, again, don't rub, just press straight down. And you get this really cool effect. Now, sometimes what I do is take a baby wipe. This would be super fun to do with the kids, you guys, because you never know exactly what you're going to get. And I could see some areas where if I just go in with a baby wipe and sort of wipe it, see how it's a lot more metallic-y there. It just sort of helps bring the paint underneath out. And I think this is a really elegant look. Okay, I think that looks good.
Yeah, move it back and forth so you can see it.
Sure. And of course, I would take some pretty ribbon, probably in gold, and just glue it to the back. Okay, all done with that one. How are we on time?
It's 2:26 now.
Oh, good, good.
So moving right ahead.
Moving right along. Okay, so these I kind of found by accident. I was checking out at Michael's and I saw a little clear package with, I think it had 7 of these super, super adorable reindeer for $1. It was either $1 or $1.50. So again, these are great to do with the kiddos. So on these, we're creating a 2-tone effect. Here we have the really pretty, bright pink, carousel pink, and I'm going to add some metallic to the top. This one's already done, Bahama blue, and then the antlers are done in a matte metallic gold again. So when you do get your matte metallics, you do want to give them a nice shake. Oh, I'm just gonna, for those of you just joining us, if you leave a comment, you will automatically be entered to win 5 matte metallics in this full size. It's a super nice 8-ounce size. You can do a lot with this. You can, again, you can do small crafts. You could also DIY with it. Okay, so I gave it a good shake. And you could see how nice and thick that is. All right, I'm just going to rinse my brush here. Now, for the sake of this demo, I'm only going to be painting one side, but again, ornaments move around. I would definitely paint both sides. And see, the matte metallic, I feel like when it's wet, it looks more like a, true metallic, like our other metallic. But once it dries, it will mattify just a bit and give you that really beautiful, subtle metallic look. So really, you could stop there and be done. Another thing you can do is, take a Sharpie and maybe write 2020 here or a name, but I'm going to take it a step further and I want to do a really pretty dry brush effect. These are great. I would set the ornament down on one of these little styrofoam plates. And I'm going to use a chip brush. And these are, they're a little bit on the stiffer side, and you could see that they're jagged. So these are perfect for dry brushing. So what I'm going to do is dip it into the paint, but not too much. I'm going to try to not pick up too much. And I definitely do have too much paint on there. So I would just brush some of it off. Oh, it looks like I need more. And the key to dry brushing is try to just go in one direction all the way across, not back and forth. And I just think it gives it, a subtle, pretty look. And you notice, even though I'm going over it more than once, I'm still going in just one direction. Actually, this way is the right way, right?
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to show it to you guys and not being upside down, and this is the right way. Okay. So one more tip. Let's say that you dry brushed your ornament, whether it's a reindeer, whatever you're dry brushing on, and you feel like you went too far. No worries at all. There's a simple fix. Wait for it to dry completely and come back over it with the other color. So like, let's say right there, maybe I think that's a little bit too much. Although I don't, I kind of like the way this looks, but let's say I thought that that was a little bit too much. Again, I would wait for this to dry, the matte metallic, and then go back over it with the base color. Okay, lastly on this one, I think these are really cute because you can do a few things with them. Let me get my baker's twine. And I'm not going to do this because they're wet. I'm just going to give you the idea. You can take some baker's twine. Let's get this out of the way. So let's say they were all dry already, and you can just sort of feed the baker's twine through these little holes. And I think this is the way they were probably designed to work anyways. So what you could do is make a little banner and put a letter on each one. It could say Mary, or you can do 2020, you know, whatever you'd like. Or if you prefer for these to be ornaments, you can just run the twine through one and just knot it. Gosh, I just realized how painty my hands are. Sorry, you guys. Oh well, reality, right? If you have any questions, I'm open. I'm here to help. And then you can just hang it. I think these are so cute. Okay. We have 4 down, 2 more to go. That's okay. This one's going over here. Next. Okay, this is one of my favorites. I hope you guys like it. I'm just pulling out the colors that we're using. Yeah. Will you get me a pewter if you see it over there? If not, it's okay. Okay, so I'm going to show you the color scheme before I show you the actual ornament. I wanted to create something a little bit more subtle. Oh, it's a mess, but okay, reality, you guys. This is I use this one a lot. But you'll be whoever wins, you'll be getting them nice and pretty like this, not like that. Okay, so as you can see, I'm a color girl. I love really bright colors, but I also like to create things that are subtle and a little bit more elegant. So this is the color palette for this next project. So I have pewter, aged bronze, pearl, and carbon.
Hey, Bob, turn the paints around so like
Oh.
you can see them because otherwise they're upside down. There you go.
Force of habit. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, here we go. I'm going to name them off again. We have pewter, we have aged bronze, we have pearl, and we have carbon. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. Kitty cats. Okay, we're going to be making these kitty cats. They're super, super easy. I'll show you so you follow along here. So I got a giant clear cylinder bin from Michael's full of these round plastic ornaments. So they're totally clear, you know, like that. But these are not complete, you know, a complete sphere. They're kind of like flat, but I think that you can do the same exact ornament on the round ones too. So whichever ones you prefer. Okay, so step number one is I just got a medium-sized brush like this and painted the entire ornament in pearl. Both sides. I applied one coat, let it dry, and then applied a second coat. So next we're going to be adding a little bit of details. And if I were you, if you want to make an ornament of your kitty, you know, customize it. Where does your kitty have markings? Is it striped? Okay, so we're going in with the aged bronze here. And this little kitty is going to have a patch. And you could see it covers pretty well. That's just one coat there. And then on this side, I'm just going to do like a little, like half of his face is the same color as the patch. So if you wanted to create these, I would, you know, get a piece of paper and sort of sketch out where your kitty's patches are, where your kitty's markings, colorings are. Okay, so once I complete this step, I would wait for it to dry before moving on. And here's the dry version. And for the details, I would use a liner brush. Let me see if I have. Like this. And we're using the carbon for the nose and the mouth. You know, this is very easy. The nose is just a little upside down triangle. And then his little mouth. Now, because this aged bronze is on the darker side, I think you can go either way. You can use the carbon or the pearl. I'm going to use the pearl. Also, you can make the kitty's eyes just little dots like that, or closed eyes like that, whatever you prefer. We are 20 minutes left?
Yes, 2:40.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so with that same liner brush, I'm dipping into the matte metallics and pearl. And I think I'm going to make him like he's sleepy.
We lost image here.
Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. Is audio still going?
Yeah, that's still going. Just 1 second, guys. image is back. Perfect.
Sorry about that, everyone. Luckily, it was a quick fix, right? So you didn't miss anything. I just painted one eye. Okay, now we're going to do the other one right over here. And I would do 2 coats. Okay, so there you have the kitty's face. Now he needs whiskers. And I'm going to do those in black. Sorry, I should have done those when I did the nose and the mouth, right? Oh, well. Okay, so I'm just doing 3 little whiskers. Okay, so now the kitty needs ears. And this part is super easy. So I took cardstock and painted both sides with matte metallics. This is the matte metallic pearl. This is the matte metallic aged bronze. And this is the template for the ear, which I tried this a few different ways and I found that this really works. It almost looks like an arrow. Anyhow, I'm just going to set it down, take a Sharpie, and just trace it. And then same thing onto the pearl. And then just cut it out.
What material are the ears made of again?
It's just cardstock. This is plain white cardstock, but you could use even colored cardstock. And I painted both sides. So there's your shape. Again, it almost looks like an arrow. So for anyone just joining us, we have an awesome giveaway. It is 5 Deco Art Americana Décor matte metallics in this full 8-ounce size. So to enter to win, all you have to do is leave a comment. Maybe leave a comment on which one of these projects is your favorite, or which matte metallic color is your favorite, or just where you're coming from, whatever you want. We just want to hear from you. Okay, so the next step would be to fold this little tab back. Oh, first you have to see there is a right and wrong side of the ears. The part that's more curved goes on the outside. So that will let you know which way the tab should go. The tab should go back. So I folded it back. And then I'm just going to take some craft glue. Just dab it on. Now, in real time, I would actually, after applying the glue, I would wait 2 to 3 minutes. Set that down. And then I'm also going to apply glue to the tab. And to the bottom part of the ear. Then all you do is set it in place. I guess it's sticking pretty good. Again, I would wait a couple of minutes before doing this, but you get the idea. And then on this side, I'm going to do the pearl. Bend the tab back, apply the glue.
Based on the comments, I think everyone's favorite is the cat.
Okay, I just heard that everyone's favorite is the cats. It is my favorite too, but if you guys stick around, I'm doing one more that's really fun. But yeah, the cat one is my favorite too. Okay, so I put glue on the tab. Oh, I forgot to put glue on the bottom. One second. Glue on the very bottom. And just put it in place. Well, that one's not behaving quite as well as the other ear, but you get the picture. After that, I forgot to mention, I did remove this little top part before I started painting. I would just pop this back into place. And then I would add a really pretty metallic ribbon, if you can find a color that matches the cat, or silver to match the top there. Mark. Okay.
Oh, someone asked to see the back.
Of course, of this one.
Yeah.
So once that glue dries, I'll show you another one. The tabs sort of disappear. Here, I'll show you this one. And it might be fun to put your kitty's name on the back too. Okay, we're moving on. This is the last one. Thanks for being with me, you guys. So Michael's has a bunch of different snowflakes, different sizes, different styles. These were the ones that came, I think, a pack of 5 for $1. And then this is one that's a little bit fancier. It's thicker and larger. So this one has 2 coats of matte metallic, and it's already completely dry. Here's one that I already completed. That's matte metallic gold, 2 coats. Let it dry, then applied Snow-Tex. And if you haven't heard of Snow-Tex, it's flying off the shelves right now. So if you're lucky enough to find it, great. If you're not, I have an alternative, but I do love Snow-Tex. And then we have it in silver too. And I really like when the ribbon matches the ornament. So because the Snow-Tex is flying off of the shelves, I did want to give you guys an alternative that looks really pretty on the edges of the snowflake is Galaxy glitter. This is a really bold, large glitter, really, really reflective, really, really sparkly. But for now, I'm going to demo the Snow-Tex. So this is what it looks like snow. Exactly what it's supposed to look like, right? Exactly what you thought it would look like. And it's really, really thick. And at first, it does take a little getting used to, you know, how to apply it and learning the consistency and how it works, but it is really easy. So I'm just adding it to the tips. So after I apply it, I'm just going to press it down a little bit. And see how it started to lift there? I just went straight back down. Easy breezy.
It's just like a paint texture like snow.
It only comes in white, but I'm glad you just asked that because you can actually colorize this if you'd like with a little bit of paint, but it comes in white. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's like a paint. It's more like just a snow effect. And another really cool thing about the Snow Tex is as thick as it is, it dries amazingly fast. Well, since this is the last one, now you guys can pick your favorite. Still the kitty cat. And don't go anywhere because I am going to put all of the ornaments together just for fun. We can see them all together. And if you have questions, I'm happy to stick around, you guys. Stick around longer and answer some questions.
Someone asked if the Snow Tex shrinks when you put it on.
It does, but nominally. Very, very little. Okay, so that's about right. Now this one has a lot of open spaces, but on these here, I think it would be fun to personalize them. You know, you can add someone's name right in the middle there, or the year. Okay, Kelsey, so if you can help me, what I want to do is just get all of them together. Just sort of push them towards you. Okay, so we have our snowflakes over here. Oh, and you can tell me if everything is on camera, like if everything's.
Yeah. Oh yeah, push it all forward.
Oh.
Or like towards you, I mean.
Oh, towards me?
Yeah. The other forward. No, I was so saying.
Oh.
Okay, stop saying forward. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, here we go. Okay, and I'm going to quickly talk about these real quick. Okay, so which one did we do first? This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Color blocking.
So on this one, we learned how to do color blocking, right? And create a really clean line. Oh, I am missing the water splash wooden one. You mind grabbing that one? And then after that, we did a really cool water splash technique. It's okay. I mean, I'll take that one.
Okay.
Yeah, just show another color. And this technique works on both plaster and on wood because I also did the same technique. Oh, there we go, on wood, on this one. And you can do a single color or
Lost
multiple.
image again. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, shoot.
That's okay. Switch to front camera and I'll move it.
Oh, yeah, just switch to
Yeah,
front.
I think the camera died.
Okay.
Okay, should I just move this so it's not right in
There
front
you
of me?
go.
Kelsey,
go.
should I just move this?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Just move it this side.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so now should I turn them facing that way?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go with this.
Okay. Okay, guys, so I was on, first we learned how to color block, you know, just masking off, which is really easy. Then how to do a water splash technique. And again, it works on plaster and on wood. And with this same one, we did a really cool, you know, vintage type ornament. And this is the one that I think is really fun for the whole family, how you know, I had everything in the box all together. All of the embellishments, the paintbrushes, the glue. What did we do after that one? Was it this one? Yeah, I think it was these little guys. Yes, it was. The really cute reindeer with a simple dry brushing effect, dry brush technique. Then we did the kitties, everyone's favorites. Meow. That wasn't corny at all. And then
Someone
this,
sent me a wow in the comments.
that's cute. Okay. And then this one I'm not going to lift because the Snow Tex is still drying, but this is a matte metallic base with Snow Tex on the ends, which I think is really, really cute. Okay, guys, so that's it. Again, today it was all about the matte metallics, which is a really beautiful subtle metallic sheen paint. It's like our other metallics, but mattified a bit. Michael's carries a bunch of colors. Again, if you left a comment, thank you. Good luck to everyone. Whoever wins is going to win 5 of these. And I hope everyone has a really nice holiday season. Thank you, Michaels, for having us. And thank you, everyone, for joining us. Bye.